Okay. So last time you guys were discussing possible giant allies to help
Guys
you
are
with
disgusting.
discussing giant possible allies you could bring into the dissection of the old one once separate circulatory key systems were established. Melanie had the idea, hey, why don't we talk to some storm giants? By the way, where are those guys? Oh, they're in Algor. Why is everything in Algor? I didn't write it.
Brandon's fault.
It's Brandon's fault. um, this prompted you guys send a sending to Isadora asking her, hey, could you get us into Algor? And she's like, yeah, I can get you in. Afterwards, Zaitari had a meditation meeting with Nicnevin, who at that point of the day whose home was a temporary windstorm because the plane of air had temporarily phased into the Feywild and had left a whole pile of fucking air elementals in their midst. Yeah. So Nicnevin was like, yeah, I can help you out once I figure out this air elemental problem. The person you're looking for, his name is Brother Ox. He lives on a mountain north of here. I can help you get to his mountain via Peanut, if you remember Peanut. And then also, remember, Thousand Branches also owes you a favor, and he's a giant ass tree dragon, so you might want to ask him for some help. So you guys were like, cool. Future trip to the Feywild at some point if we have time. Then at that point in the morning, you got a sending from Morley, who's just like, holy fuck, guys! A whole bunch of Earth elementals are at the village where the zombie sharks were. We're gonna go help them, but I think we're gonna need a lot more help, please. And then you guys went. And there was indeed a lot of earth elementals, and a giant worm, and a living storm, which you are engaged in currently. Does anybody have any
it
questions?
proposed. That's really sweet.
Yeah, your wedding's in about a year. They're thinking about some the Broken Isles at some point, beach wedding.
I say, till death do you part takes on a new meaning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you're engaged to a living storm.
But that's where we are right now. Rain, it is currently your turn.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, it's just gonna be real simple here. So I still got haste, so 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll attack here. I'm just kind of working on. These were like newly spawned, weren't they? Or
The yellows were newly spawned, I believe.
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm just on add cleanup, I think, because I don't think I can really take on a living storm. It's not really, my style.
Do you think any of us could take on a living storm?
I don't know. Maybe the person was fucking magic.
Well,
Any of them?
I tried to make it convince it to go away, but it was not having it.
All right, you're on ad cleanup. Great. Which one were you aiming at?
Oh, Jesus.
The one right here.
I see. Okay. So that is numbers. That is numbers.
So many.
Plus 11, plus 76. No, I think I'd be able to do this since I counted like 200 mosquito larvae per pan today, and I had to like add them up.
No, this means your brain's too tired for this.
That one is dead, so it blows up into a smattering of rock pieces.
I should hope so.
All right.
After 87 points of damage.
Would you like to move or take a bonus action?
Is it a bonus action
So
to give
that
somebody
was
like a potion enema?
melee
Like,
action. I will hold my action to attack this one in 2 seconds.
Okay.
And
Bonus
take a
action to serve to give your potion to yourself. Action to administer to somebody else.
I was joking about the enema option as well. That was. A
That
joke.
would be an
Don't-
action if you really want to go that way.
I feel like that would. I feel like we would need to bring back full round actions again for,
Yeah.
just for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Rain. Rain is pretty dexterous, so she probably could do it really fast.
That
And she's, you know,
fast hands.
and she's familiar with the
Mhm.
target.
Yeah. Familiar with the terrain. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very large target too.
It is. It is. There's a bonus to hit.
And the reason I can hold my action is because I still have the potion of speed up. It's
Okay.
like
Right.
Five more
haste.
rounds.
Plus 13. Great.
plus 17.
Okay.
My God.
let's see.
Oh, I was gonna say, how the
You
fuck did you get the
rolled well.
same amount of damage, but you didn't.
All right.
Actually, you did. Mm. No, sorry, 2 off.
Yeah.
Math.
It's still alive, but just.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's you were really close. The primordial matriarch is going to decide how it wants to inflict damage. So I'm just gonna roll a d10 to see which one it is.
Love that.
I like to kill everybody in front of me.
Mm.
2. So, ooh, okay, we'll stick with that. You see snowflakes coming out of it.
Damn it.
Okay, so it is going to, in a giant 90-foot cone.
I think it needs to cool it with the 90-foot cones.
So if I do it
Mm.
this way, well,
Not
in
sleeping
Murder
at this
Permit.
time, am I?
So that's 90 there.
You could always just not, you know.
Solid idea.
Yeah, solid idea. I know.
So 90's to Tilda exactly.
Mhm.
And if we go this way to this square, and yeah, we can get everyone. That's right.
Yeah.
You're
Oh
welcome,
wait, do
Jared.
the little fuckers that she just spawned? Do they take friendly damage?
Did they take what?
Do they take friendly damage? Is she gonna hit them too?
Or
Or is it creatures of her choice?
Yeah.
I am double checking.
Dimitri, you're getting so big. You're getting so tall.
They will also take this damage as well.
Yay!
Yay! I need everybody to roll a dexterity saving throw,
Okay.
as well as these guys.
Anybody
Hey,
want a 15?
Tilda. 15?
Mhm.
Can I have that?
It's that
Yeah.
number anyways, but I didn't have to.
This one's definitely
Um,
gonna explode.
Actually, hold on. Do we know? Does anybody remember what they passed with before? Because that would
It-
put me at
I
an
don't.
18.
I think you needed to be. I don't think that would be enough, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
fairly
think
sure
so
it needs to
either.
be like a 20, but
All
I'm
right.
not sure.
I rolled a 20. I'm right in the cusp and considering re-rolling it, but I'm just gonna stick with it.
I'll go ahead and roll then. And well, chances of me rolling above a 15 are 15 and 20, or 5 and 20. But just 1 and 4. Fuck.
Look,
All right.
you and I both will freeze together.
All right. I'm gonna lucky that.
Okay.
Let me mark off my lucky. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Sorry, I've got
Hold
a
on.
bunch of shit over here. Please to God. Ugh. Well, that's that'll
We
be.
got there anyways.
Yep.
Congratulations. I'm at a 6.
Ooh.
Yep.
You might have more hit points than me currently, though.
I think I do, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So 32 bludgeon. No, sorry, that's the wrong one. Oh. I'm looking at the wrong move. I'm sorry.
In fact, it's only a 30-foot cone and can't get to Zaitari and Tilda over there. And
Yeah,
the
believe me, I would
DC
love
is,
to help you, but I can't
I
right
know.
now.
So it is going to be 24 cold damage to those who have failed.
What's
Mel
the
is down.
DC?
What's the DC?
The DC is Tilda and Melanie both fail.
Okay.
Fair. Okay.
And Melanie's down.
That's
I mean,
the
can't blame
DC.
them for trying, but
Yeah.
can't blame us for
Those
trying
who
either.
I was
save,
at
so
17.
Aoife, Rain, Zaitari, you will take 12 cold damage unless you have resistance and
No.
cold.
I do, so I'm gonna
I'm
take
just
6.
gonna take nothing.
Okay.
Evasion, because the deck
Evasion.
save.
All right. So Melanie is down.
You.
If you don't want to make this radiant damage, and that way I could have it.
I make the wild assumption it's gonna take its 2 punches at me.
Yes, it will.
Now
Being
I'm
the only thing
assuming
in
that
reach.
I'm assuming that all of that damage is one hit, quote unquote, and so I don't lose a death save, right?
No, you don't lose a death save.
Okay.
You shrink down, correct?
I'll check my sheet. I don't remember.
Okay.
I think you have to be
Concentrating.
conscious. Well, I just think you have to be conscious, but I might be wrong.
All right. All right. So, storm blast towards not storm blast. Elemental lash towards Aoife.
AC is currently 24.
Yeah, they both will hit.
Cool.
So.
I don't remember if I used my reaction since my last turn. Does anyone remember?
idea.
I don't
I
know.
want to say no.
Shit.
I don't think you did. That doesn't sound familiar.
Cool. I'm
It
probably
ain't
gonna reduce some cold
familiar.
damage.
All right. So 27 bludgeoning along with 13 cold.
All
for
right.
First hit.
I'm going to use my reaction to try and reduce that one.
Okay.
Reduce that cold damage, I should specify.
All right. So that's the 13 damage.
So I'll take 2 cold damage instead.
Okay. And then for the other hit, it will be 18, 19, 22, so 32 bludgeoning with 17 cold damage.
Oofa.
Oofa doofa.
Oofa doofa.
I have 4 hit points.
Um,
I had 82. And I'm down to 4.
any reaction? No. Okay. Any bonus actions?
FYI, and I double checked like some blog posts on this. So basically, it just says that the giant might last for 1 minute. It does not say that it fades upon unconsciousness. So the main ruling is like let your DM decide. So if you feel that I should shrink, that's fine. If you don't care, then I can just stay big. It's up to you.
I really don't care.
Okay. Then I'm big and unconscious.
Yeah, you're big and unconscious. Zaitari, sorry.
Yes.
It was
I
your
was just
turn.
waiting for you to finish your sentence. My sheet seems to be what's it called? Words are hard. Man, I really can't talk today. Listening better, working, operating, something.
Nice.
I say that and I jinxed it, I think.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said anything.
I was thinking about it. I mean, I plan on doing some healing, but hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Sorry, I'm saying hi to Dimitri because he
Oh.
decided to paw my leg. I'm getting blue wheeled for my sheet.
Jared,
Mhm.
while Zaitari's got some stuff loading over there, would Avatar of the Storm fade upon me going unconscious? Storm Avatar.
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Hi, Dimitri. Oh my god. What is... Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I'll close Chrome and relaunch that. Yes, restore, please. Thank you.
This GIF I posted in the Discord
Mm.
for the whole windy thing always makes me laugh. I
Oh,
just
it's
love
hilarious.
this poor little girl, like, doop a doop a doop. Ah! Just. I mean, how the hell? You know, your parents joke about the wind being so strong you could blow you away, kind of thing, but you never really think it's gonna happen. And then, like, this poor little girl.
I mean, it does help that she's tiny.
Yeah. And that it's actually blowing the
The door.
door,
Yeah.
not her
Yeah.
necessarily, but it's
It's
like
really impressive she kept a hold of that.
terror. Yeah, I know, right? And just held on.
Still got some of that baby grip strength.
Which babies are losing nowadays.
Really?
Really?
Their hand muscles are not developing fast enough because they are no longer gripping toys, they are poking screens.
Oh.
There's a whole thing about how babies are
Ah.
undergoing like physical therapy to develop their hand muscles better because they're not developing as they should.
Interesting,
Weird.
interesting.
Interesting.
That would kind of depend on the parent then too.
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
appears
for
a
sure.
general
Screen time.
statistic.
Yeah.
But I mean, even the like most parents, I think, would today, because it's technology that has developed, and so it's like, even the parent who's like, oh, I'm gonna limit my children's screen time and blah 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 blah, probably has some moments of like letting them play on the screen, so they're going to
Sure.
have less time gripping things, and therefore,
Well, and it is honestly a really great learning tool in a lot of cases.
yeah,
I wonder if part of it is also like even when they are actually using their hands, we're not hanging on to stuff as much. Like we're not like, like when we were like way back when we would have been, probably doing more climbing on your parent and holding on while they, follow buffalo. I don't know.
yeah, sure.
Everybody in range can regain 19 hit points. For my bonus action, I teleported over there with my thing that lets me teleport through
Great.
shadows.
Nice.
So who all was in range? Was it everybody but Tilda?
No, everybody's in range.
Oh, everybody. Noise.
It's 60 feet.
Tilda is in range.
Okay.
A 30-foot radius sphere.
Well, it's a really big map, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah, 30-foot
Huh?
radius square centered on a point and
It's
Sphere.
It's a 30-foot radius sphere,
Oh.
and Tilda is
Not
65 feet away from the next
Well,
closest
that's a
person.
bummer.
technically, I'm 50
I am.
feet
I
away
have.
from the next
I don't
closest
know.
person.
For positioning, I have full health, so I don't need to be in it.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna happen because I need to get mostly
Yeah. You
Melanie and Aoife. So
Yep.
yeah, that's my main goal there. So
I completely understand.
I'll take it.
all right, you're
well,
conscious.
if it's a 30-foot radius, how many feet apart are we? Oh,
Very
yep,
far.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's
not gonna work.
big map.
Yeah, no, there's no way in hell.
No, it can't. It does not fit that way.
Okay. So that's my action, bonus action. I do technically have movement, but yeah.
I mean, it's a big area, 30-foot radius, because that's
yeah.
60 feet diameter, but
Yeah, we're 80 feet apart,
still
so
not quite enough.
I'm imagining this is like a legit river, and I would not be able to walk across it in any sort of
Yeah.
normal fashion. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted
That's
to
why
make
there's
sure.
a bridge.
Yeah, I'm just too far away from it.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
bridge or boats.
A
Yeah.
broom.
Are you all set with your turn?
Oh, so I can do Shrouded Darkness.
Oh.
I'm gonna do that on.
Fuck.
I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna give it to Melanie. So creatures have disadvantage on attacks against you until the end of my next turn.
Oh, nice, nice. That'll help me out.
Because besides using it, or besides like being able to give it out with a bardic inspiration, I can also do it when I cast a first level spell or higher that's beneficial.
Nice.
Okay, excellent. Are you all set?
Well, actually, could I do do I have the strength for it? Like how far is this gap between myself and this like where I'm at on the island and the
Like about it's about 5 feet because it's like half of that square and you're on half. I'd say 5 feet.
Okay, I should be able to just clear that with a regular jump. I think.
I mean, I think that unless your strength score is super low, that's just a given. Because isn't it like your
Oh, I could have
Ah.
just teleported over to that. I'll just be on that other side.
What, like a strength score of 8?
A strength score of 10, thank you.
I talk about me. Right?
Anyways, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Aoife.
Bonus action. I'm not gonna move because I can't get walloped by this thing. I know it has a long enough reach, but I don't think it has long enough for what I need to do. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to use my Immaculate Circlet.
Mm-hmm.
Melanie, you and I both are gonna get 8 temporary hit points.
nice.
And myself, not myself, the Storm and the little dude over here, the little rock man,
Mm-hmm.
I need to make a Wisdom saving throw against my key save DC.
Okay.
Or be frightened.
Okay. The storm will make it. The elemental will not, and it is not immune to frightened, so it is now frightened.
It is something.
Really? It's not going to use a.
Oh no, not the big guy,
matriarch
the little one.
saved. Yeah, the little.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I gotcha.
I have so few hit points.
You have a potion?
I have common healing potions.
I mean, it might
4 of
keep you
them.
up.
It's not. I can survive
Yeah.
another cone, but this thing did 78 points of damage.
Yeah,
on 2 attacks.
I wouldn't worry about it. Essentially, it's either going to be, periodically brought back to life, or Tilda has heal.
Yeah. I'm gonna punch it 3 times.
Okay, sounds good.
And I understand that this is going to hurt me too.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could pass my resistance on to you.
That won't hit.
Damn it!
Oh,
That was such good damage.
So you hit air the first time. The second time you do connect. So with the aura,
Magic fists.
Magic fists. You will take 8 points of currently cold damage.
There goes my
well-
temporary hit points.
but no regular ones. That's good.
For now.
Hold
For
on.
now.
Also, I did want to give you a reminder for Melanie. You do have a D12 for Bardic Inspiration.
Can I add that to any save?
Yeah, any attack roll, any saving throw. Any ability check, actually.
The other point punch will do another 8 points of cold damage.
Damn it! I
Alright.
could have used that on my last save, and I totally forgot I had it.
It's
That's
okay.
what it'd be.
Yeah.
So the elemental will be frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Elemental is frightened.
Ha!
Grrr.
Is frightened next turn.
And that is my turn.
All right.
Actually, I'm balancing precariously on top of this wall. Can I move here and like be leaning over on this side so I could potentially sentinel this man?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. The worm, who is not slowed anymore,
Nope.
Damn.
Fucking worm.
is this worm has been going back and forth underground for
Just
the
trying
past
its
3
best.
turns.
Thank God you're on top of a building, Tilda.
I know, right? I'm about to end up like Starfleet almost ended up with the
Oh,
stink.
no.
So.
By the way, the guys that were here that we were coming to help, you said that they were fighting something. Where are they?
They're to the south. There's like a ton of earth elementals you're also dealing with.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they're just like
It's valid.
there are like earth elementals galore that they're trying to that 2 wizards and a cleric are trying to beat the
It's
snot
like
out of it.
Mass Effect Citadel mission where you see the other teams, but you don't actually interact with them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We can't even see them though.
Hades.
We can use our imagination.
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 All right, how far can this guy move now? So it'll go
Hades,
1, 2.
you're the
three.
greatest.
Pops out because
fuck you.
there's a bridge now.
There's always been a bridge.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then they are going to look over at. Rain, are you invisible?
No, I'm not.
Are you hanging off the bridge? Are you under the
There's
bridge?
kind of like
Are you on that slope down there?
it's kind of like a slope, I think.
Yeah, it looks like a slope. Okay, I'm just gonna. It doesn't see you. Because it
Yay?
doesn't have eyes. And technically, you're not like connected on the bridge.
Oh man, I'm wishing I had spider climb like
Oh yeah.
my witch like just be hanging on the bridge.
The DM being very very generous and going, this fight's hard enough. I don't want someone to also be swallowed.
Because it doesn't make sense. Like if you're, it's like Top from like Avatar: The Last Bender. Like she wouldn't be able to like. Anyways, Melanie, you're up. Well, you're lying down, but you're up.
You're vastly underestimating Toph's abilities, I think.
So Mel's gonna stand up. And then as a as a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and activate my Hill Rune,
Okay.
which is the one that takes down bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Because I want to say I was getting some bludgeoning on my
Yeah,
face
when
for a while there.
when the mother was hitting you with
Yeah.
those tornadoes, it was bludgeoning plus the elemental damage associated with it.
And then 1 second here. I'm just double checking. I think that I know what I'm gonna do, and I just want to make sure that I don't have anything more useful. The elemental that's beside me,
Mm-hmm.
how, like, I know that he took the breath, or I don't know what I mean. The AOE, the cone,
Yep.
and I know that he's been hit at least one other time. I think. How is he looking health wise? Like, I mean, I realize it's an
Like,
elemental, so I can't tell well, but
half the rocks are still on its body.
okay, that helps me get an idea.
Because we all know when elementals lose all their rocks, that's when they are dead.
Exactly. Yeah, perfect. I am. Fuck.
You are fuck indeed.
Hold on. I've got to scroll up in the chat. I think that I used my second wind and it didn't mark it off, and I want to just double check. I know I've action surge.
You
think
did.
you
You did
did,
use your
yeah.
second wind.
Okay, thank you.
You did. It was only 19. It was a very underwhelming number.
Yeah, for some reason, all of the stuff that I used last turn wasn't marked off my sheet. And I don't know why. Because I marked it off when we were doing it, and then when I came in today, it was all back. I don't know what happened. So yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna go ahead and attack this elemental,
Okay.
and no, I take that back.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I'll just attack the elemental.
Okay. So 26 and then 22 and then I think that so that other hit will kill it.
If I've got an extra hit, I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna stay where I am and I'll just not use it.
All right. After your turn, as a action.
Oh, really fast on
Mhm.
the end of my turn. Sorry. I wanted to do something on the end. I'm gonna use the last use of my stone rune.
Okay.
So that's a 19 save on the worm over there.
Okay.
Because he's within 30 feet of me, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, he's within 20.
Yeah. Okay. He is affected.
Yay! All right. So, unless the save succeeds, the creature is charmed by me for a minute. While charmed in this way, the creature has a speed of 0 and is incapacitated.
I guess it's a worm on the sidewalk now.
And then it can repeat its save at the end of each of its turns.
Yeah, that's gonna go well.
This poor worm.
This worm is gonna be.
It has no idea what's going on.
Has no idea.
Now I will say, all of my other runes end when I am incapacitated. I would assume that should I go incapacitated again, this effect would end. So hopefully I don't fall anytime soon. Hopefully I
Stay
get a couple rounds of
alive.
it. Yeah, I'll do my best.
All right.
That's my turn.
So we just saw Melanie do something to this worm.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So.
Oh, I fucked up. It's not the end of my turn. I'm so sorry. That's the end of its turn. So ignore that. Just take it back. I'll put my use back on. I'm so sorry. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right for my action economy, and it's not. I'll do it as a reaction on the end of its turn, possibly.
Okay, so it's still fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do that until another creature ends its turn. So it's not the end of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
The matriarch is gonna spit out 2 earth elementals for its turn. They will not
Sure.
act yet. Tilda.
Okay. All right. Aoife and Melanie, kindly tell me what your health things are at, please, and thank you.
19 of 205.
I am at 15 of 140.
Got it. Unfortunately, I can only heal one of you with heal. So I'm going to.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Aoife has the higher chance of actually staying up because Aoife has evasion and Mel does not. Meaning that when she saves, she doesn't take damage from those AOE's.
Hmm.
So if that helps at all.
I would also say maybe hold on to it for right now. Because I do take no damage from the AoE, and I can take a couple of hits from the sucker, in theory. But I don't know, Mel's still right there. That complicates it a little bit.
You
Well,
only have one heal in the gun.
no, I don't. But I can only do it one at a time. Is the problem?
Sure.
Right. So if
Do one and
I,
hope to get the other on the next turn.
yeah, that's basically my strategy right now. But first I have to move closer to you guys because I am a little bit far away. So 3, 4, 5.
Well, it's not like you're
6,
coming in
7,
range from outer range of those cones.
8,
You're already in it, so
9, 10. Yep, exactly.
90-foot cone. Crazy.
What I figure too. Okay. Well, yeah, and I wish I still had Fortunate Fate up on Aoife, but I don't. So,
Okay.
I mean, if you aren't sure, you can eat meeny miny moas. I'm not gonna be offended.
If you
I mean,
give it to Melanie, she's more likely to survive this next round
It's true.
and be able to actually do stuff.
that's fair.
And,
Yeah.
and free up everybody else to also do stuff.
All right. Heal to Melanie.
So that way
Lovely, thank you.
Zaitari doesn't have to worry about also using their turn for healing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. And yeah. That's about all I can do.
Well, it is super appreciated.
Hang on a second. Let me. Nope, I can't even Misty Step because that would mean using.
I
They
mean,
should
we
really
know
make
that
more. They should make more bonus action cantrips for this reason. Because otherwise, I get to do basically nothing on my bonus action.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my turn. I moved. I did an action. I have no bonus action available to me.
Okay. This guy is going to dash this way. Can't really do anything after that. Rain!
I'll do something real smart.
Okay. What you got?
Gonna run up here.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna run over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hit it
Okay.
with dagger. Use advantage with a cast thingy. I got to fucking reopen everything because I. It won't take that long. Just.
I suppose it's a fake creature.
It's obviously a fake
Oh, it's
creature.
an elemental creature.
An
Obviously,
elemental fake creature.
because it came from the elemental plane of Earth.
Makes sense to me.
God, you're just waiting to get to the Feywild again. Alright, so that is 16.
So that's right. I have a macro now.
God damn, you are
Ooh.
critting all the time today. Damn.
Well, Rain has a crazy crit range now.
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
like
I
a
know.
crit range with triple advantage, as long as I get advantage, and then I will hold my attack action. My action.
It is still alive, but
Yeah.
it is writhing in pain.
Oh.
And, so when it becomes a primordial, I could just roll it right now if you want. To get on the next turn, it will be again. That takes me down to 1 charge left,
Okay.
and
Plus
yep,
15.
a lot more ones.
Soup. All right. So, shit. You literally
Or are we scared of this thing for no reason?
dash from under the bridge. While your belt's like, yo, do a sick kickflip or something like that while you do this,
Yeah.
and just like get underneath its plates, and it is now a shish kebab, and then it's now dead.
Nice.
I have the perfect finishing line for you, Rain.
Yes.
You should have told it that it should have stayed under the ground, cause you're gonna put it back there.
Let me put you back in the ground where you belong.
Exactly.
So,
And then I make finger guns. Pew pew pew.
Pew, pew.
Yeah, this thing spent most of its time just going back and forth slowly, then finally gets to come up, and then it goes fucking across a bridge, and then it gets two-shotted.
Yeah, well,
I feel like
should have stayed in the ground.
The vibe I'm getting from this is that that whale who's like, "Oh my god, I exist," and then he dies like 10 seconds later in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, if I don't kill it and then I get swallowed, I can probably kill it from the inside.
Well, now you
No,
don't
I do
gotta-
a lot.
you don't have to worry about that now.
Now you can see if you can kill a storm from the inside after you get swallowed by it.
Yeah.
Yay!
Speaking of which,
Hmm.
hey, all right. So let's see if this 90-foot cone is doable. I don't think so anymore. We would have to move back a little bit. You know what?
Surely there must be some sort of like save where it's like, oh, you have to roll a 5 or a 6 to get it back or something like that. Come on.
Nope.
That's the trouble about being really high level, is we're fighting things that are also quite high level.
I understand that, and I'm okay with that. It's that, you know,
It's scary.
it is scary.
90-foot cones are so big.
All right. So
I mean, in the long run, at least it's not like a dragon breath cone, because then we would all be dead, except for the people who had evasion. But
1,
But it's
2,
got a recharge, so it usually can't use it as
Four,
often. So it's kind of like,
5.
you know.
yeah, it
Also,
does.
hey,
It does
Aoife,
do way
Can I
less
punch it?
damage.
does Aoife get a attack?
If you would like to punch it,
I will. I'm a sentinel.
okay,
Sentinel,
you may
Punch
punch it
storm.
if you wish.
Punch
Damn it.
storm!
Oh, damn it!
You do not
That would've
punch
been
the
great.
storm.
Because I was just like imagining your astral arms just growing to the size of this primordial matriarch and just grabbing it and saying, "You're staying here, bitch."
You leave when Burt Reynolds tells you to leave.
You punch a cloud and it's a cloud. That's all it is. It's a cloud.
Cloud's like, I didn't do anything to you.
All right, so we do it.
Is it
Snap
on?
to corner. Snap to corner. Thank you. So if we go 90.
Now,
this
is it
way,
still in cold mode, or has it switched up?
We will
all?
see.
Okay, I wasn't sure when it switched.
It is now spewing out acid rain.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So once
No,
again,
it's back to acid rain again.
yeah, it's back to acid rain. So once again, it gets everybody.
Is this also a deck save again?
Yeah, it's a deck save. It's always gonna be a deck save, just to give
Ooh,
you.
that's low for me.
And we
Oh,
know
well.
that's not going to succeed.
1 second, I gotta put stitch marker in. Okay, stitch marker done. Sheet up. Alright. Do we know what the DC is yet?
It's either 19 or 20.
Because if it's 20, if I pass on a 20, I'm just gonna leave that 20 where it is. But if
You'll
don't,
pass on the 20 because that's what I passed with last time.
okay, cool.
Alright,
So I can keep my inspiration for later.
Aoife, Melanie, Rain, you all pass. Zaitari and Tilda do not pass. So it's acid. Oh, I forgot the whole restrain thing for like the cold damage people last time. I'm sorry about that. I won't forget this time. Also,
Don't make promises you can't keep.
also like you should still be on fire, Melanie, if I remember correctly.
I'm on fire?
You were on fire.
Don't worry about it. It's clean slate.
I will say, just throwing this out here, I have been hit by multiple cones of ice, which I feel like would put that fire out pretty nicely.
Fair.
I mean,
fair, but
I did forget about it though, because
I forgot about it too. It's been.
I was fairly stoned last game,
It's okay.
and yeah. So, just doing my best.
It's fine. Oh, I forgot to. All right, so 10. That's 11. No, all right, so 21 points of acid damage.
I'm going to do. Where's it at? I'm going to use
21?
this.
Yep.
That's going right to Aoife. So you get 33 hit points.
Okay, cool.
I really wish it were poison and not acid, because I have resistance to poison.
Wow.
Yeah, so do
I
I.
I have
take any
resistance
damage,
to
though.
acid. So what was the total amount?
21. So 10 if for those who don't have evasion.
Mallory, I didn't take damage, so I can't benefit from that.
No, okay, then I guess it doesn't happen.
Uh,
you get
Yeah.
attacked.
You can
I
throw
will.
it on me if you want to. I took
can
You're
it
throw
not
on
in
Tilda.
range. You're not in range.
Or on me.
Yeah, Tilda's been hit a few
Oh.
times.
You're farther away from me than I thought.
Yeah, Tilda's been hit a few times. Tilda would benefit from 33 hit points.
Yeah, toss it on our healer. Heal the healing.
All right, you can have it, Tilda.
Thank you.
All right. So for
I
those
just got
Oh, that's
burned
why.
with
What
acid.
did you say that the total was? Sorry.
21.
21.
21.
I could not. It would not let me select my token because I had the ruler on.
It's okay. Okay. At the start of each of your turns, you will continue. You will take 2d6 acid damage. So I will put the acid people on. Let's give you a token of some sort until you wash it off. So person acid and acid. Great.
You said at the start.
Of your turn, which is
Okay.
which would be now, but it has to. It doesn't want to. It was. It's gonna move over this way.
Don't like that subtle readjustment.
Anything else it wants to do? It's two of those. So it moved from there. So moved 1, 2, 3, 4. I could just measure. not the ground. God damn it.
The big scar just moved.
Sorry. Just had to. Alright, so move 25 feet. 20 feet. So move 20 feet back. So just move.
The scar is not actually a scar, it's a mouth for the actual boss of this battle, and we don't even know it yet.
Uh,
So if it moves 20 feet back.
you may be right.
That'd be horrifying. I'm assuming it would just swallow us into the plane of Earth, and we would just be fucked for
Screwed.
a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit! You know what? We need to make sure that the plane of ooze didn't come into the world anywhere and leave Shard's relic somewhere, and then that bitch comes and tries to kill people again.
Fuck.
I guess we'll find out.
That's a good point.
That's a really good point.
Shouldn't have vocalized that because
Yeah.
Jared was almost certainly like, "Oh yeah, that's a good point."
Yeah, you're gonna have to scry on that shit and hope for the best.
Hi, Liamar. How are you doing?
Hopefully, it just crossed over into like another like fucked up plane, and it's fine.
Another shittier plane.
Yeah.
Or the part of the planet ooze that crosses over isn't the part with the relic.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know how big the plane of ooze is.
It's just a bathtub that no one likes.
Perfect.
Did the storm come back toward us again? Is
Yeah,
that what happened? Okay.
it can fly pretty far.
Sure. Why not?
Great,
It's
yeah.
huge.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it'll be
Actually,
one.
it's gargantuan, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna be one that way for reasons. Okay.
Suspicious. Jai fucking enormous is what it is.
I'm gonna do one on Zaitari and one on Aoife.
Okay.
So Aoife, that might not hit.
24.
Yeah, 20 will not hit you.
Lovely.
28 though on Zaitari.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
Okay. So.
But it will take cold damage back.
It is acid now, so it's.
It will take 20 points of cold damage back.
So that's 39 points of acid damage. And that's 10 points of... Oh, 39 points of bludgeoning damage. I'm very sorry. 10 points of acid damage. I can't
Gotcha.
read. Okay, my bad.
8 total.
Okay. It is your turn. You will take an additional 2d6 acid damage.
Let's go.
That's a 7 points of acid damage.
How you doing, Zaitari?
58 out of, what is it, 130? So
Okay.
roughly half in all of that. For my bonus action, Zaitari's form just kind of shifts into shadow as I do my umbral body
Nice.
so that I can have resistance to everything.
Except force and radiant damage.
It seems to be mostly elemental, so I'll take
Yeah, I
it.
know. No, I'm not saying it's not a bad idea. I'm just pointing out that in a fight against Tilda, you would suck.
Yeah. No.
Jai fucking enormous. Yeah.
That was a bonus action, so you do still have...
Yeah, I know. I'm just reading my spells.
You can read your spell. Read your spells.
God damn it! Come on. Okay, I have to be like here. Okay. I'm gonna move up to this one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna do Steel Wind Strike on everything.
Okay. Okay, so that one's first, so that's gonna be 38.
That's gonna be on the Primordial Matriarch.
Oh, that's a
and
primordial
then-
matriarch. Okay, 38.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do this elemental, and the last one will be the one on the left.
Okay, sounds good. That's 37. That's 49. And that's 35. All right.
And since you let me do it last time, I'm doing it again. I'm going to defensive flourish. Give myself 10 extra AC. How
Mhm.
fun. And the 10 extra slashing damage will be on the elemental that I'm next to, which
Okay.
I'm just gonna essentially I'll move here and then reappear there.
Okay, sounds good. When it's not your turn, you see these the primordial matriarch rumbles, and this elemental disappears into the matriarch, and you hear crunching sounds.
Oh. Nom 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 nom.
It
So
looks
not only does it produce them, it also
them.
eats them.
so it
Eats
looks
them for health.
it-
Nom nom nom.
it looks a little bit healthier
Most
than it
likely.
did previously.
Yep.
Yeah, that tracks.
That is its action, legendary action. Aoife.
Gotta punch it once and see how much it hurts me. Then I might heal myself and punch it again.
Okay. All right. So you do 13 points of bludgeoning. That's good. And then in return, the electricity jumps on your hand and does 4 points.
Okay, let's do another punch and see how much it hurts me.
Okay. Okay. We got 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
12.
12.
So
Was
I
the
get
other
my
20?
claws. Yes.
Okay. So 12 in here. All right. And then in return, it retaliates with 13 points.
Dang. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay.
When do I roll death saving throws at the start or the end of my turn?
Oh, it should have been the start. So 2d6, 5 points of acid damage.
I did not take any acid damage.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't. It was Tilda that did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It was just
Um,
Tilda and I.
When
Okay.
you start a turn, okay, I'm good. No death saving throws for me this round.
Okay.
I'm just unconscious.
Melanie.
All right. Wah.
Finish this.
Melanie is going to stride forward,
Okay.
and she's gonna try to like stand in such a way that she's trying to like block Aoife with her body.
Okay.
Like
that's cool.
not standing on her, obviously, just trying to like, make a little bit of a wall here.
Mhm.
And then she's gonna go ahead and use a bonus action and quaff a healing potion real fast. 15, and I gotta mark that one as drunkened. All right, and then plus 15. All right. Next, I'ma go. So that's gonna be 1, 2, and 3 attacks on the storm. I know I'm gonna get hit back for each one of them.
Okay, hold on. So the first one you get hit. Oh, yeah, you're not acid damage. It's all right. So the first hit is gonna cost you 10 points of acid.
Okay.
And then 13 points of acid.
Okay.
And then 11 points of acid.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. So you did. And then. Okay.
All right. Now, I'm gonna action search because I got one left.
Okay.
I am going to Commander Strike,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be like, Rain, get in on this.
All right.
Rain's like, no, thank you.
I'm good. Nah.
Nah, I'm good.
All right.
You do have a reaction, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Wait. No, I don't.
You don't? Would you?
Uh,
Oh no, because you used it to make your other attack.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I will not Commander Strike. I will go ahead and hold on one second. I gotta read something really fast.
You can read real fast. Read real fast.
How hard? How bad does it hurt?
All right. So. And then. And then. And then.
And then
It's doing all right.
No, I mean, how much do I hurt?
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Oh no, I knew it was
9.
probably not that hurt. I know I'm gonna feel it
All
though.
right, 9 points. Then 9 points. Then 9. Wow. 9, 9, 9.
I'll take it.
That's what the kiddos call an angel number.
Mhm.
And then at the end of my turn, I'm gonna go ahead and activate my fire rune, because that one is the end of my turn. That's what I was mixing up with the other one.
Okay.
So it needs to make a strength save.
Okay.
Do you think this can actually be restrained?
No, but it does damage regardless.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that is important.
It doesn't make
That's
it.
why I didn't try to trip it. I mean, I'm not.
It doesn't make it, but it doesn't appear to be capable of being restrained.
Okay, does it still take?
It takes
because it should.
still takes fire damage.
Yeah. So it'll take 2d6 just once though. It won't remain. Though okay, so here's it says while restrained, meaning that if it can't be restrained, it wouldn't have the repeating damage. But that's fine. It'll at least get the initial damage. It's 7 damage for free.
Okay.
Or you could have done it on the elemental that's next to me, but that's fine.
There's an elemental next to you? You're not even on my map. Where are you?
What do you mean?
Oh, you're way up there. Are you in range for that?
When you hit a creature with a weapon.
Yeah, no, I have to hit it with a weapon.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was something.
So I guess I actually did it on my last attack. I just wasn't thinking.
Mm-hmm. It's all good.
Okay. Tilda.
I believe you get to give me some acid damage
Yep,
that
5
you've been
points of-
trying to give to everybody.
Yep, 5 points.
5 points?
5 points.
Okay. Less than average? I'll take it.
3.5 rockin'. Not good, but not terrible either.
Do we remember how many what's it called? Legendary actions this
You mean legendary
storm
resistances?
legendary resistances, sure. That.
It has used at least one that we
think it's-
know of.
I think it's only used one.
Yeah.
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 I think it has been just one.
In that case, I will use heal on Aoife at 8th level.
Nice.
So you regain 70 hit points plus
Shouldn't it be 90?
yeah, it should be 90, yeah. So that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. 70 hit points plus
Gotcha.
and how's everybody else around here looking? You're 58 out of 130 something?
Yeah.
33.
33 out of 200. Okay.
250 or 205, yeah.
I do also have an AC of 30 and resistance to all damage except for force and radiant at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, so you're doing okay. And therefore I will Wand of Healing Word. Because that's all I got in terms of.
Okay.
Okay, so I've taken 2 slots off that. That gives me 4 slots to work with.
Nice. Thank you.
A 17 to Melanie. And then I switch to a different Wand of Healing Word. And I would like to try to get over here. I'll go there because I mean it really doesn't. At the end of the day,
Yeah, we're
that
all in
90
range.
foot cone is still
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, the only thing you could really do to get
Oh,
out of range is
wait a
get
second,
really
wait a second.
far wide to the side. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're right. But could I use my movement to sort of dip into the river very quickly to get the acid off?
Yes.
Hmm.
Technically, that is washing it off of you. So yes.
It's not an acid
Then-
river, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah, I
acid.
know, right?
It's made
Yes.
of lava. No.
Whoa.
It's an acid river. Oh no!
And then Tilda just disintegrated.
Why'd she go in the acid river, guys? I don't know. I don't know what she's doing. She's...
Then yes,
sugar
I
melt?
will use my movement to very quick to like dive towards the river, you know, and then come back out on the
You
shore.
don't want to be in his light.
I mean, looking like the worst you've ever seen her look. Probably. Just a drowned rat.
We won't say anything. We won't tell Theo.
No, but you're gonna say something, aren't you?
I mean,
I'm looking
maybe.
at Rain. Rain's gonna
Oh.
say something.
This
She's
has been a great. I don't know why everyone's also playing. This has been a fun battle where nothing bad has
Mm.
happened.
but that is the extent of my turn.
And I feel this target being painted on my back now.
Okay. The Earth Elemental next to Zaitari is going to.
Can I
attempt-
say? Oh wait, can I use free action to speak and say to look at Rain and just go? No jokes about water and witches.
Rain laughs heartily.
Did you say Tilly?
Heartily.
Heartily. Okay. So I'm like,
Yeah.
The Earth
I don't think
Elemental.
family
that,
are
no.
heartily.
The Earth Elemental attempts to hit Zaitari.
Oh,
Mhm.
good luck.
The Earth Elemental might hit Zaitari. 22 on one of them.
No, it's
Nope.
it's my AC is a 32
Okay,
right now.
nope.
33.
The other one
33,
was
sorry.
a 1, so it's just like woof, woof, you are literally Shadow. But Rain will solve all of this.
Kill the
Fucking
storm.
so.
Kill the storm.
So
You might be able to do this.
I don't think I can
Throws
actually.
a dagger into it, and all of a sudden the storm explodes. You just lose the dagger.
Yeah, pretty much.
And no, it's not Faye.
Look, if you guys can keep it can just keep standing up, I might have some other ways of taking care of it. I just
We'll try.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's gonna be 16.
Get out of there.
Easy peasy. And I'll use my last charge to get advantage on it. Yeah, I'm gonna stab the storm. I'm not gonna get fancy with it. I mean, Melanie's hitting it with a sword. Aoife's literally punching it. It's not really, that much of a.
Okay.
And I believe I take some damage from that.
Yeah, you will. So hold on. 11 plus 72. You will take
God is not proportionate, or you'd be fucked.
11 points of acid damage.
All right. And then I will hold my action to attack on its turn
Okay.
as it reels back from, I imagine, the hit. You just
Yeah,
did.
it's just like there is a flash of lightning and a boom of thunder as you do that.
No advantage, but sneak attack because I have people up close to it. That's just a regular old sneaky sneak.
Okay.
And an additional 46 damage.
Plus 12 plus 34. Okay. There is another lightning flash and a thunderous crack. And if a storm could look very angry, it does.
It's angry.
It's very angry.
And another
and another.
sorry. Damage, right?
Yes. So you take 12 points of acid damage on that second strike.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, it ain't gonna move from where it is, cause it's just gonna, cause it's looking in a bad way. Like the dark clouds have dissipated a little bit, and but that cone is centered on you. So how does this work? So if we make, so everybody but Zaitari.
Finally.
Yeah. Please make a. Wait, I need to see what damage this is. 8.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take
rolling,
the.
rolling.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Lightning flashes throughout it, like one
Uh-oh.
of those electricity sparks.
Yeah. Now that my avatar is gone.
Dexterity saving throws, please, for the first storm blast.
I am
Remember,
going to
Melanie,
spend
you
a
do
key
still have
point
the
to
D12?
re-roll.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a
Okay,
question.
never mind.
I'm gonna ask a question that is not to my favor, but I feel like I need to ask. Because I just dipped into the river,
I'm not gonna
I'm
make
wet.
you take extra
know?
damage. We're not rolling that way.
Rolling,
Okay.
rolling.
I don't feel like
Thank you.
figuring it out.
My verisimilitude. No.
Everybody but Rain.
13 plus 11.
Oh,
so
everybody but
yeah.
Rain and Melanie. Please take.
Wait a second.
Hmm.
So, wait.
Rain and Melanie succeeded.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you
I
need a
know.
20.
I rolled 2 18s. And I feel great about it.
I can hear the excitement in your voice.
I'm gonna take half
Just-
damage. It's not that bad, but
Just brimming with jubilation.
16 points of lightning damage.
Ka-chow.
Cacao.
that's the full damage.
That's the full damage. I rolled really low this time, actually.
Ouch. Mm.
I
You
mean,
don't
it
have
does
to sound
happen
so
every...
disappointed by it.
It does happen every once in a while. However, those who have failed are incapacitated until the end of its next turn.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
TikTok oh no music plays.
Oh, that's not good. I'm right on top of it.
And it was a lot of people that failed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was me and
Oh,
Tilda.
fuck.
It was
And
Ethan and
Zaitari.
Tilda. And Zaitari didn't get hit, I thought.
Nope, I didn't.
No,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Zaitari's over
Okay,
there.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, because I'm on its flank, it couldn't, like, possibly have done that.
But Rain, it's really not happy at you.
Yeah, it's great, and I don't have my reaction, which is awesome. So I
Yeah,
can't even...
yeah. It's gonna do 2 swings at you, actually. Because that's how pissed off it is at you.
That's fair. That's fair.
I figured that was fair.
I mean, all of us has been there.
So
This is where I die.
I'm sure the 34 hits.
Okay, hold on. Hold please.
Are you kidding me?
Lucky.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna get low enough, but I...
25.
Do you want it to be a 15?
Yeah, it still hits.
Okay. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay. It is electrocuting
Oh, wait.
you.
23 does hit.
Okay. It is
You have-
electrocuting you this time,
Mm-hmm.
as it bludgeons you with like giant rock sliding mountainous things. So 10, 17. 27 bludgeoning damage.
That hurts.
Followed by 11, 22 lightning damage.
Actually, I haven't said I am lightning resistant, but I don't think that's true anymore. Let me double check that. I don't think that armor has it, actually. I think it's the old armor. Where is it? Oh, it's... Nope. 22
Mm-hmm.
lightning? Yep.
Okay. For the second hit. 20 points of bludgeoning damage. And those are easy numbers to add.
Because of 2 1s?
Bless you?
No, there's a couple ones, so it's easy. So 14 points of lightning damage.
You did just enough to knock me out. I'm out.
But don't worry. Zaitari will save all of you.
Yep.
You gotta
Yeah,
stop saying that, Derek.
You are just out of range for me to emergency heal you. I'm sorry.
I can emergency heal because I still have bonus actions, just not actions or reactions.
I am going to pray right now.
Okay.
Because I should be able
Seems
to
like
get
a weird time
everything
to find religion.
within a 60-foot. Hey, Zaitari has always worshipped Corellin. Thank you. I should very easily be able to get everything that's right here in a 60-foot cone.
Mm-hmm.
With a prismatic spray.
Okay.
So
All right. All right. So I'll do the elementals first.
yeah, they each roll a d8 to determine what the effect is.
And your DC is
Very high.
Very high.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not there. Hold on. 23.
23. Yeah. So the elementals, fuck it.
So the elementals, fuck it.
I'm wondering if they even could pass, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow. We're having some incest here. Apparently they're fucking their mother.
Ew.
What?
The primordial matriarch, they came out of her? Ha 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 ha.
I got it. Don't
Very
worry.
Targaryen.
Got really lost. Might be.
So do you want to roll? Did you want to roll the? Hold on. Let me see with the matriarch. Okay. You know what? That is gonna use her second legendary resistance. Yeah.
Alright, so I'll just roll 3d8.
Yep. And I'll do I'll do.
The first one will be the primordial matriarch.
Okay. First one's primordial. I'll say the second one's the one next to you. Okay. First one's primordial. That's poison. Okay. And half. So if you want to do 10d6 for me.
Yep. 38.
All right,
Half of that.
is 19. Zaitari, how do you want to do this?
Hell yeah, baby!
It only had 13
So-
hit points to get through.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah, those the sneak attacks really helped out. Man, imagine us if we didn't have a rogue. It'd be very bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that while the storm is crackling with lightning energy,
Mhm.
this one beam of the prismatic spray just goes into the cloud, and this sickening green light just starts crackling through the storm, like how the lightning was doing,
Yeah.
until it eventually just overtakes the all of the color of the dark storm clouds, and it's fucking dead. It just disappears, and there's a bright cloud of sunshine.
The sun just peers through the clouds, and it's
Yep.
perfect. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right, let's do the other two then.
Yeah. So the first one takes fire damage.
All right,
I think that's
10d6.
also
Yeah.
D6. Yeah. 39.
Yep, 39.
And the other one is restrained. How fun.
Great. Is restrained. That's great. All right, sounds good. Would you like to do anything else? Would you like to move? Would you like to?
Oh, is the one near me? Is that the one that's restrained?
I
Or
believe that is the one restrained. Yes.
Oh, great, wonderful. I'm gonna go ahead and just fucking
Just get out of there. Yep, that's fair. That's very fair.
bounce back 40 feet. Since the primordial matriarch is dead, surely nobody is incapacitated anymore, yeah?
That is true.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Well, actually, she never gets another turn, so technically,
Oh,
we're always
okay.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna be
be forever.
incapacitated for eternity. if you're still-
It's just an infinite cyclical loop.
it's a glitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Just reboot.
If that is your turn, Zaitari, we move on to Aoife.
And I am no longer incapacitated.
No, you are not.
I think I still have a bonus
Oh,
action.
would you-
I can get rain back up, so I'm gonna do that with a
Okay.
healing word.
Gracias.
Look up. There's no more storm. I did it.
I did it!
Yeah. I did it! You heal 11 hit points.
That was going to be my bonus action. But Zaitari did that for me, so I'm gonna run over here and punch this guy.
Okay, sounds good. He is restrained.
So advantage?
I believe so, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me look.
Yes.
That
Yes,
was-
it is.
Okay.
I'm just joking. You should check just in case.
No,
I'm
I did. It's good.
Yeah. Yep. Advantage. So 22.
22.
Yep.
Is it still up?
Yep, it's still up. Yeah, this was the one that was hiding behind it the whole time, so...
What an underwhelming crit.
And 11.
Still up?
Yep, it's still up.
Alright, bonus action.
Okay. So... I believe it's still up. Let me double check. It is still up.
Okay.
Yeah, this
was
one's hardly touched, so...
I'm touching it a lot now.
Bad touch.
It's dead.
Okay.
It just falls into a pile of rocks. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
No, that is action, full movement, and bonus action.
All right, Melanie.
So as Melanie's action, she's just gonna scoop up Rain and just hold her like no, too fragile, don't like.
Poor baby.
And then
Are you just full
Maybe-
grogging me? Just.
I'm not gonna lie.
uh,
You scooping her up just makes me think of like Lenny in Of Mice and Men. Just
yeah,
killing
I mean,
that poor
probably
little
not
chick.
gonna squeeze her that hard, but I mean, and that's Mel's
Doesn't
turn.
know the strength
That's all
of their.
she does right now.
Okay.
Doesn't
Tilda.
know the size of their strength. Yeah. Okay. I will fly up to where Rain is cradled against Mel's giant breast.
Yeah.
And very quickly do little bit of healing of some kind. Give me a second to figure out what I want to do.
Oh, there's one earth element left, yeah.
Yeah. So I will use one thing of healing word
Okay.
on Rain. She gets 5 hit points back. And then I will swoop around Melanie. So that's like here. You can get to 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And I will guiding bolt this guy.
Okay.
just at first level
Mhm.
because he does not mean jack shit to me.
Okay. It takes it in the chest area. If the earth elemental was a chest area, I don't know. Oh, elementals really. Anyways, yeah, it's a couple chunks of rock break off.
And I'm gonna leave the rest up to Aoife, probably.
Okay.
Or whomever wants to go next.
This elemental is gonna go for Aoife
Oh,
and
sure. Yeah.
not hit a thing.
AC is 24.
Yeah, you not hit a thing.
Excellent.
Rain, you are being cradled in your partner's...
Affianced.
Well, we'll take the well, I'll nestle in as a dodge action, and as my hasted action, I will shoot with the crossbow.
Romeo!
Romeo! Just a very different
Me and that
production of Romeo and Juliet going on over at KK's house. Romeo! Oh, Romeo!
I got some very cute pictures.
I'm gonna shoot it at. Not gonna be sneak attack because there's nothing by it.
All right.
11 piercing damage.
11. It is.
If you're
does
shooting
have-
at this guy,
it does
have
have
advantage.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll roll 2 more d20s.
I'm sorry, what?
All right.
Of course. Ow.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. It explodes into a shower of pebbles.
Yep.
No.
Wait, are
Oh,
both of your
boys.
one-eyed cats missing the same eye?
Yes.
Oh, I did not notice
Always-
that. I thought it was backwards.
Always have been.
Well, I don't. Oftentimes, they're not both facing the same way directly beside each other. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's. I guess it's a 50-50 chance.
So,
So
Now
you
what?
are out
we
of combat.
have survived.
You have survived. My combat phasing
elemental
of
puzzle.
of the planes. You do see in the distance that Morley, Stefan, and Kasov are currently have created like a treatment area for like people that have lost their homes and their valuables and their limbs.
oh sure, we're still fighting the shits, and they're like, hey, we're gonna set up a little tent. That seems fun.
To be fair, if they came over, they probably would have fucking died. So
Yes, I know.
But
we're
this,
just built different.
yeah,
Mm.
and they realize
Quite
that.
literally.
So they're gonna be not collateral damage, and go help the fine folks of Riverbend who have pretty much lost everything.
Yep.
And probably fishermen before this, because zombie sharks.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys want to do now?
Go to sleep.
Mel is going to dust herself off, give Rain a hug that does not crush her, and then try to kind of like use her strength to try to help people. Like she's gonna like go into some of the wreckage and make sure that there's nobody trapped. Like try to, do things that like obviously she's not totally skilled in medicine, but she can lift shit. So she's gonna try to help out as much as she can.
Yeah, Eve will be doing the same.
Okay. While you're doing that, Morley will wave over whoever's not more occupied at the moment, either Tilda or Zaitari.
Zaitari was gonna go over that way anyways and start
Yeah.
dishing out healing words because I got a lot of lower level spell slots. So
Same with Tilda.
Okay.
I got a couple. I can do a couple cure wounds, and
Yeah.
I got
Cure wounds
2
is
start. So I can do
where
4.
Yeah. Yeah.
etc.
Like the three spellcasters, they're just like they're already wiped, but they're doing, at least at this point, they're just doing like a lot of first aid too once they use up their spell slots. But Morley will, like, if you two come over to the tent, Morley will say, thanks for coming as quickly as you can when I sent that message. I wanted to talk to you, as, you know, he's bandaging a few people up. So, about the whole, and, like, gestures to, like, the destruction of the village. Around the time when this was happening, I was monitoring, the ley line situation. And near the exact moment of when I heard of this happening, there was a harsh dip near the ley line that crosses Leona. So I think those two things are associated. This
A dip in what, darling?
dip in energy.
Hmm.
Right.
well, something happened very similar to the Feywild. The elemental plane of air intersected with it for a brief time. I would imagine something similar happened in the Shadowfell.
Probably. I'm going to keep an eye on the ley line situation.
What could
the-
cause something like this?
I'm not sure. This is the first time I've ever encountered something like this. Ever. This is...
I would imagine it's if Mallory is recalling this correctly, I would imagine it's the old ones trying to draw power from the ley lines.
Mel will say, were there any other ley lines that had similar dips that might have been affected by some sort of other incursion from some sort of other elemental plane?
Not a sharp dip like this, Morley says. I have been getting readings from, like, the sort of instruments I had made a while back, that the ley line energy overall is lower than typical, but not like a steep dip like the one that crosses Leona. And it went back to normal, or normal as in like what it has been recently, but like that sharp drop. I'm running around with a few theories right now, but I'm not sure what's going on, to be honest. I want to consult Lyris, and I want to go over a few things with him.
I think that the old ones are trying to marinate everything before they consume it.
That's horrifying.
Just an idea.
More like a tenderization.
Sure.
Is there a way, if we can contact anybody in the any contacts in the Shadowfell to see if they've experienced something like that? Because if you think about it, the Feywild is like a mirror of the material plane. So if they've experiencing something like this as well, Shadowfell wise,
Do we know anybody in the Shadowfell that's friendly?
Mm.
Does
Well,
Nicnevin have any contacts in the Shadowfell, maybe?
well, you did make a friend,
Friend.
who an Oblex.
Yeah.
I hesitate to use the word friend.
I know, but that like that
Acquaintance.
they were the literally only person that I could think of that I could contact that probably wouldn't be like, oh ho ho, so now you contact me and you're alive, now we're coming to kill you. So, you know. Yeah, I'll send a sending to the Ublex. Did they ever give us a name? I know they had like a personality that they were using, but
Let me see.
Is that the
the
ooze
weird
that
child that
Yeah.
was eating people, yes.
I don't know if they ever gave you a name.
I'm thinking no.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a look in my notes.
Doesn't seem like a name would be the style for that sort of thing.
I think they gave us a temporary, like you can call like either me or us. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it was said. I think they gave us a temporary name, but nothing like proper. But since I'm familiar with
I would say you
the
can
entity,
be, you.
I can
I
still
would say you would
contact
be.
them.
You can probably contact them.
All right. Well, I'll try.
Okay. In the meantime, I will look for a name, cause this was a bit ago. But I will say that you are able to contact them.
I have messaged you.
Yep.
Can I ask any of the either the townsfolk or the Morley or Kasov, and I forget the third person who was here, but any of them, what's the deal with the big rip in the earth here? Is that where they came from? The primordials and stuff like that? The elementals? Or did they land here like kush? Or did they have nothing to do with them and this scar in the earth has always been here or recently appeared like a week ago or something?
That was caused by an earthquake.
Earthquake. Okay.
That was caused by the whole elemental plane and worms and everything that just kind of
Got it.
landed on. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. I just wanted
Brax.
to know
Sorry. Found it.
what did you say?
It's Brax.
Brax. Right.
Wow.
You are right.
So I have news. It was the elemental plane of ooze.
That went into The Shadowfell.
Yes.
So we're all thinking over the brooch. I just Shaw, elemental ooze.
We should check it out.
Probably that relic should not be anywhere near the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
If we have time to deal with it.
Could you scry? Can you scry on an object? Could you scry on the relic and see if it's actually in the plane of ooze or in the Shadowfell from, what it looks like around it, maybe?
I can scry. I can also do legend lore, but that probably wouldn't be good for them. Okay, give me a second. I'm just gonna ping that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean,
I'll give it to you.
I do
Technically,
have-
it is sentient, so
I do have something, a scrying focus in my inventory. Used to belong to Ronnie. Like, if it was Tilda's originally, it would obviously be a silver mirror. I don't know what Ronnie would have gotten, but I do think instead of targeting a creature, you can choose a location you have seen before. Okay, so not but it's a sentient thing, so it counts as a creature.
okay. I'll give it to you as a creature.
Okay. Chooses on the same
I
plane.
was about
of
to say that
existence.
Vox Machina definitely did it on objects, but I know that they ignored rules a lot. So
Can I scry on it if it's if it's not on the same plane of existence as me?
It's well, the spell does say a same plane of existence.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
just
particular.
seeing if there's
Hmm.
um
So, we'd have to be on at least the plane of ooze or in the Shadowfell to actually know if it was on one or the other, huh?
yeah.
Yep.
I presume we
Actually,
go to the Shadowfell and hope it's not
Uh,
there, and if it's
well, also, if we go to the Shadowfell and we try to scry on it, we wouldn't know if it's saved or wasn't there, would we?
So question, Tilda, since you can prepare cleric spells, I doubt you have it today, but if you did, it'd be rad. Do you have like, what is it, commune? The one where you can, talk to your deity and they'll give you an answer? Because we could just ask it if it's, like, where it's at.
I mean, first of all, unless that's a first level spell, I have to have put it into my book.
Oh, yeah, that's
So-
right.
That's the Shards of Dawn give me access to cleric spells, but they still act like
We could ask what's her
wizard
face?
spell.
The
So no.
librarian.
Nenring.
Yeah.
Nenrine or the other one that lives in the Ioun book.
Yeah.
Kasov is
Yeah.
right here, tending
I
to
was
read
just
it
gonna
right
say
now.
that Kasov was. We could ask Kasov, which is
If it's
what I was
sentient,
gonna
we could
do.
also just sending it. And be like, hey, where you at?
Oh yeah, because it's
I
wouldn't
definitely
answer
not gonna lie.
I don't know why it wouldn't answer us. I mean, it might, but it
I
could
have, a
lie.
sending, I have a sending stone with 1 charge left still. I'll just do that real quick.
Maybe not.
I'm gonna ask Kasov
Mhm.
if he has the ability to
Commune.
cast like higher level divination magics. Commune with his god.
Let me take a look, because I remember what level he was when I left.
Because if he doesn't, then Nenrine definitely does.
Yeah. Time E. He would be at this point. Around there. So his highest spell would be that. He would. Hold on. he would be able to do commune.
Okay.
He doesn't have it prepared today, but he can definitely do it for tomorrow.
Okay.
I could just
Also,
sending it.
Commune, guys. Not commune.
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 Sorry.
If
It's just they're very different words.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do the sending to it, you're more than welcome. I mean, because the sentient part of the relic is actually a relatively decent person, it seemed like. It's just,
Yeah.
Char was not.
Yeah.
So,
I'll use my last sending stone charge and just ask the relic, where you at?
You
New
up?
phone,
Where
who
you at?
dis?
You up?
New
Where you
phone.
at?
Yeah.
Well,
Where do you think I'm at, homie?
currently around the neck of a really tall, shadowy being.
Damn
Oh
it.
no.
You just had to go with Shar first. None of the other good deities were good enough for you. No.
Deity of rebellion. Sure, yeah.
Look, we've all been 16 at once. We understand.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, great news, guys. The relic of Shar is I believe it's being carried around by a nightmare currently.
Well, that maybe we should put it on the list, but like, we might not need to worry about it right now. I don't know.
I'm going to. I feel like for now we can file it under later problems
Yeah.
because
Well, is
at
it-
least it isn't on the neck of the Ooblex that I talked to. So
The tall, shadowy being.
yeah, it's probably one of those things that we
The nightmare
killed.
things.
Yeah,
The
but there are a
sooner-
lot of tall
The
shadowy
sooner we
beings.
take care of it, the easier to be taken care of too. Stones tend to grow more powerful as time goes on. We don't need them getting well acquainted.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it is a Shadowfell, so maybe they'll just, maybe it'll have, one thing will have it, and then it'll murder something else that has it, and maybe they'll just fight over it for a while.
I'm gonna ask
Uh,
my relic really quick.
Uh-huh.
In order to use
Hey,
your
Dad.
powers, can somebody steal you from me and use you against your will?
No. Unless they
Okay.
had the power equivalent of the deity that created us, usually not.
So say you were put onto.
Say Cord stole me from you.
Sure.
Yeah, he
Okay.
could probably.
Okay. So essentially, it would have to be given willingly by the person who is using it, unless somebody of equal power to a deity were to wield
Yes.
a relic. Okay.
Yes, that's typically how it works.
Okay. I will relay that information. And say, I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem unless the Shar relic really wants to be used by a shadowy being.
Don't think it does.
Then I think we're probably okay for now. But since we know that we can contact it, we can touch base occasionally and see how it's going.
Yeah. Well, you can. I'm out now.
Well, I was more so being like the royal,
I'm more worried about an entity that is smart enough and whatever in the Shadowfell getting hold of it eventually. I feel like that's, a relic pops up there. It's going to be I demand of those in the know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind using a sending a day just to kind of check in with the relic to make sure it hasn't been picked up by someone of better taste than a nightmare creature.
Yeah.
So we're just going to let it.
I'm just gonna let it bite us in the ass eventually.
Yeah. Precisely.
I mean, that's how things work around here. We're in
You're
charge of
not
saving
wrong.
the world. We're in charge of saving every village. We're in charge of saving every plane. We can't do all of it at once. We got to pick and choose, and then we have to clean up the mess from the other problems we couldn't get to right away. That's just the way it works, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty much just where we are right now. If we have to deal with it quickly, then I can teleport us there, but certainly not right now. I'm out of
Nope.
spell slots.
Especially because we also have to go to the Feywild and deal with stuff there quickly. Like, we're gonna have to pick and choose. Either we go to the Feywild, get ourselves some allies for the big thing, or we go to the Shadowfell first and deal with item retrieval, and then go to the Feywild to get allies for the big thing, assuming it's not too late. I know where my vote is, and it's the Feywild.
Yeah, the Feywild I think is higher priority.
Kasov, do you need any assistance from us? Do we need to send for more aid here before we head out?
Kasov looks around. I think we're okay for now. Though, and he lowers his voice at this point. Would you be opposed to them relocating to the outside of your keep for a short while?
We have plenty of...
Absolutely not. Go ahead.
Yes,
Yes.
we have plenty of space and plenty of food, so it'll be more than fine.
Okay. Then, and Stefan says some of them can stay in the tower as well. I'm sure the Trustums would be happy for more company.
I bet the kittens would be very
More belly
excited.
rubs.
All the kids are gonna go in there and be like, "Mom, can I have one?" And that's how they spread.
Yep.
Just a diaspora of non-flying psychic cat.
Yeah, I think
Like-
I think what you have pigeonholed yourself into, Darren, is your own home breweries here.
The future of Pondera will be overrun.
Yeah.
and that's how we get like freaking huskies that are paladins and things of that nature.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I do have like the 5e of the dog and cat dungeons and doggos and cats and catacombs pet compendiums. Still have to paint those.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I'll do a Liamar inspired one. But yeah, he said, all right, we'll get them to relocate there. Once we take care of the more serious injuries. You guys have bigger fish to fry right now. And Morley will tell you, I'll contact you guys immediately if I get any more like harsh dips in the ley lines. Now that we kind of have an idea what that means for us.
Yes, that would be helpful. I believe.
What I'm worried about, says Morley, is ley lines that but coincidentally this ley line crossed Leona. I'm wondering what other countries were affected if they got earth elemental, the earth plane as well. I'm sure we'll be hearing reports soon enough.
Hopefully, they will have people that are able to deal with them. But Did Morley meet the Exalted when they were at the keep?
I don't know.
Because if you want to say yes, that could be an option for him to contact
Lyris
if we are
also-
elsewhere.
Yeah, Lyris also knows them.
Okay.
So if like you tell him, hey, there's this other group that's around, Lyris had them at the tournament, he'll be like, oh yeah, I set up their monster hunt. Yeah, that'll be. I can contact them as well.
Okay, that totally works then. Just to make sure that, you know, if we're also in the middle of the fight and there's more you know, ley line shenanigans, there's other people that can help that probably aren't plane hopping like we are.
That always is helpful.
All right. Yeah, he will keep them in mind then, for sure.
I think we're good here though. Because we have Isadora meeting us back at the keep. I told her, like, you know, like, hey, come like 8 hours from when you get this message or whatever. So.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything while they are in this particular area?
Just help out as much as we can before we leave. That's kind of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just dish out as much healing word to the ones who need it most.
Yeah.
Work.
For the more
there.
like laborious parts, like getting people out of rubble, you guys definitely help with that because, you know, 2 wizards and a cleric. They're not exactly the powerhouse, the jocks of their time. So yeah, you help out with digging a few more people out and are able to get them to the tending station, where like pretty much Kasov is tending to them, and then like anything else that Morley and Stefan can do, they're pitching in. But they do tell you that, you know, they know you guys have other things that are pretty important, so just they'll contact you if something happens.
I guess we will head back to the keep then. I will take a bath because this acid really does a number on your hair, man. So.
Yep. I think Tilda joins you in that one. Just for some self-care. Especially because now she's just covered in river water too. Like she's
Yeah. That special like river water, like dried river water smell.
Okay, sounds good. So you guys are chillaxing at the keep for a short spell.
Yeah, we're waiting for Isadora to show up.
Okay. She will arrive at the keep about 2 hours after after 2 hours you arrive and settle in for a bit. And Chambers will come and grab 2, 4, 6.
Rolls dice.
Yep. Melanie. Saying, Sir Melanie, Miss Isadora is here.
Oh, wonderful. Bring her into the that room over there where we see people, and I'll go acquire people.
Of course, right away.
And
what with the choir?
Mel will make sure that she goes and finds Tilda and Zaitari so they can do the quick test and make sure that she's not, you know, all messed up. And then what time of day is it at this point when she comes and gets us? Me?
I'm gonna say it's early evening.
Okay, and then we can probably just like set her up in a room for the evening and deal with everything tomorrow.
If she's not busy.
Okay, good point, I guess. I'm assuming that she's probably tired after traveling, but you make a good point. But Mel will grab people that can do the are you corrupted tests.
We'll explain, like,
This-
safety first.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
Hopefully she understands.
Yeah, she understands. She's like, all right,
Strip down.
strip down, do the thing. Investigation checks. You're doing detect magic, I assume, Tilda.
Yes, please.
Okay. No magic detected on her. And anybody doing an inspection?
I
That's
can't. if no
usually
one else will.
Rain's job.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Now that I've gotten back. Investigation inspection to 23.
Other than the pretty good skincare routine she probably has, you don't spot any cysts.
Looks clean.
Tilda, you do also know the exceptionally good skincare routine.
Yes, thank you. About to say,
I mean, you definitely know this.
the hell am I, if not somebody who would notice that?
Because Mallory
Alright.
can never remember names. Are the dragons that you're acquainted with safe?
You literally slept with one.
I know. That doesn't mean I remember their name from 5 years ago when it was said probably a few times.
I believe her name.
Oh.
They call
Help.
they call her Angela. I believe was her name, but you don't know if that was her real name.
Yeah.
No.
She's fine, says Isadora. However, and she looks a little worried. One of the commanders for the Platinum Covenant, he's a gold dragon. He's missing.
I believe we did hear about that.
He hasn't been seen in a long time. And people are starting, and he's not responding to sendings from what I've heard. So people are fearing the worst.
I feel like I immediately contacted Isadora about the fact that the dragon sphere was active.
Yeah,
Okay. Yes, okay. So she would know that this
she
is probably why.
knows. Yeah. So that is very worrying. And I think as of now, the rest of the Platinum Cover is probably keeping a very tight lip about any other of the metallic dragons they work with. Because I don't think they want to start a panic.
It would make sense. But if you're familiar with them, you might want to contact them to start at the very least.
Mhm.
Pending for the doomsday event that will be occurring. Hopefully we will succeed in it not being a world-ending experience, but it's still going to be a lot
Right.
for everything that exists on this world. So
Well, I do bring a small bit of good news. You had inquired about entry into Algor.
yes,
So
we wish to entreat with the storm giants for assistance.
she has a very sharp intake of hair when you
That's
say that.
That's a good sign.
It's
an excellent sign.
Interesting. Whew.
We're banking a lot on enlightened self-interest.
Mostly that, yes. The old one we will be facing is the size of a city. We will need uh very large allies in essentially keeping the old one steady still, whatever you want to call it.
Well-
So,
Probably cutting it into pieces, maybe. You know.
mhm.
Well, I will say this. You are very, very fortunate to be gifted with the silver tongue you have.
What now?
Because silver tongue. She's saying this towards Zaitari.
Mhm.
It means that Zaitari is a good speaker.
You wouldn't even know it. I could probably talk you out of your clothes right now, Melanie.
Okay, Lynn
I'll
did
take
not
that back.
hear what she said.
So,
The storm giants in the kingdom of Algor have not been on very good terms for a while.
I mean, that's what we heard about. Well, that's what we understand about the giants and the dwarves too. So it's not like we were expecting them to welcome us with open arms. So,
But hold on, I have to check one thing. Sorry, I'm back. I was able to, Isadora says, I was able to get in contact with the, well, once recently regent of Algor, now one royal advisor tester, and he's heard of all of you. And when I mentioned to him that you would want to speak with him and possibly get an audience, did you want to also get an audience with the king?
I mean,
we
it
need
can't
all the
hurt.
help we can get.
Okay.
So, yes.
He could then, yeah. If you wanted to speak with the king as well, that King Jonah, then you have an appointment whenever you have time to pop up there. They will let you through.
I mean, honestly, we could go tomorrow morning. But, unless you have any better ideas for very large, not necessarily giants, but giant-sized allies, we're all ears.
Or just lots of regular sized allies is also super duper handy too. So
Well, currently
know.
the dragons are out of commission, as we all know, unfortunately.
Ooh, also people who are masters at manipulating ki. That's a
By the
long.
way-
I'm sure that's a stretch, but
By the way, Isadora's manager, who is the other dragon that she associates herself with, is Maite.
that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's
And
it.
then-
Thank you.
Maite, though, is a younger dragon. It is
Yes,
Angela,
'cause
her
she's-
mother, is the...
Yeah, Angela's her mother. Yeah,
Mhm.
It's a larger one.
captain is a captain in the
Platinum
guard.
Covenant, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'll see what I can think up in the meantime about like allies. I'm sure I have a few connections I can reach out to about that. As always, it will take time though.
Of course. We have all the time in the world, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, noted.
Well, we've all had a long day. I don't know. I'm sure that you've had some hard travel. We can find a room for you, and you can have a comfortable night before we try to do any more traveling.
I'll take you up on that. I'm sure I can I'm sure Chambers can find me a room somewhere. I'll take a brief rest before I head out, and hopefully dig up some information for you guys. Just let the guards know at the gate of Algor who you are. They're
Mhm.
already expecting you.
Will they know us under the name the Heroes of Leona, or...
They will.
Alright.
I've given them your names individually as well.
And if you do find any information and we are unreachable or you're unable to see us so that we can talk, because, sendings are very limited, you're always welcome to leave a written message with Chambers.
Will do. Is there anything else I could do to help you with your current predicament, other than trying to find you larger than life allies and key
any-
manipulators?
Yes.
You know what would honestly be a massive help, and I don't know if we know anybody who would be great at this, or if you have any suggestions, but since you mentioned it, do we know anybody who could just kind of like do some admin for us, like get messages, make sure that we like know everything that's happening?
A
She-
coordinator, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it would be
yeah, we just need,
so
like, a-
helpful.
Yeah. Do we know
Oh, you know
anybody
what?
who?
Nenreen could do that. Nenreen would be able to cast sending.
And Nenrain obviously could write messages, communicate with different people. I think Nenrain knows a lot of languages.
However, I believe your friend Ninreen is
Not very social,
and
though.
yeah, I was trying to put this in the most polite way as possible, but is not really comfortable with the more social aspects, I feel.
Yes, that's a good point.
That is a good point.
About
However, you do have somebody here who is.
oh god, who?
Isadora kind of just deadpans slightly.
She's saying herself, dear.
Oh goodness! Look, I have really, I had to. We punched a storm today.
We did.
It's been a long day. I'm not gonna lie. I probably have at least a minor concussion. So my apologies.
No, it's not every day that you fight a physical storm.
No.
I
God.
I assume it was literally a physical storm.
Yeah.
Because nothing
Yeah.
survived.
Hilda's just nodding in the background.
So big.
But
Um,
I'm more than happy to volunteer my services for you.
That would be absolutely wonderful.
And of course, any
Yeah,
resources
that'd
you
be
might
extremely
have
helpful.
towards
The
magic
cause.
items, magic materials,
Mhm,
anything like
mhm.
that. People, contacts more than things. Obviously, I don't expect you to have a whole store in your pocket, but
And if you
might know
happen
people.
to have any divine sparks lying around, that would be wonderful too. Just wanted to throw that out there. So
Well, actually,
I'll let you know if I hear anything for sure. But as for my network, it's probably very similar to yours, Zaitari. You know, entertainers, agents, probably
So-
sprinkle in a few merchants here and there.
actually, that makes me think, if you're willing to do admin for us, would you also be willing to do some research as well?
Not my strong point, but I can give it a go.
Or if you know somebody who's good with research.
Yes, I was going to say that Nenreen would be able to assist. That would be their strong suit.
We
Because
also know a lot of specialists in a lot of areas too.
we do, but we have the Book of Ioun kind of just hanging out in our one meeting room. So it would be useful for people to just kind of be in there looking for information that we need.
Did Tilda go to like a wizard school?
No, she was technically tutored in magic by a wizard teacher, but from a wizard school. The Thundrum Order.
I was just trying to think if we knew anybody who was like well known to be like have a large library that they sticked around in, which made me think of wizard school.
I feel like the Book of Ioun is probably the largest library that we have access to.
Well,
Yeah.
no, but if there was somebody who was already
Oh, gotcha.
familiar with libraries, we could recruit them and be like, "Oh, my library friend, come, come. Boy, do I have a treat for you."
I
Yeah.
mean, Nenring would.
Yeah,
Look,
we
if
should
Nenring
definitely.
goes, hold on, if Nenring goes in the Book of Ioun, he's gonna go feral, and they're just gonna find him curled up in a bunch of papers in the corner somewhere in like 17,000 years, having not aged, just eating paper or something. Come on.
I
Well,
feel
like,
like
so with
that would be
Nenring-
Nenring's ideal life.
Yeah.
Well, Nenring, one has the researcher feature for his background because he's a sage.
Nice.
So he's very, very good at research, but also like he comes from the Temple of Ioun.
Mm-hmm.
He comes from
Oh.
a bunch of brainiacs.
No, I didn't know he was
That
with
is
Ioun.
his thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to get him in there, tap him in.
Like,
Yeah, because-
let him have free reign. He can find anything you need.
Because I think.
I think between him and Zol providing baked goods for the rest
Yeah.
of his days, I think he'll just live there.
Yeah, I feel like being the librarian to the Book of Ioun is probably like
It's the dream.
Nenring's
The
true
ultimate-
calling.
Yeah. Nenring's true destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can do tons of research, and if we really need to, he does have contacts at the Temple of Ioun for extra research hands.
Well, I'd say for now we definitely get his ass in there, because I also wanted to go in, because we could look for information on divine sparks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've still got stuff about my family and Theo's family
Mm-hmm.
that I wanna. There's something there. That child.
So yeah, I think if we're able to, can we get Nenrin in there now?
Oh,
With
it's
the task of.
fuck! As soon as you say, "Hey, we want you to go into this library,"
I don't
that-
know. I don't know why we didn't think of it earlier.
I don't know why you guys didn't think of it earlier either.
I was kind of operating under the assumption that Nenring was already in there.
Yeah.
Dari still in the bucket, isn't?
Yeah, that's pretty much Nenring. You're exactly right. Well, I live here now.
Mm-hmm.
Stack of like cheese danishes.
For a devotee of Ioun, being able to endlessly study in the book of Ioun is like
Oh yeah.
you've done it. You've graduated. You've
Like, this is
reached the
heaven,
ultimate. Yeah,
Nirvana. This is the end of my life.
Mecca.
I can die peacefully.
this is the equivalent. That's like the equivalent of a scientist working their whole life and then finally making the change. Governments pick up the projects. They get a Nobel Peace Prize. Their
Yeah.
work means something. That's the equivalent to Nenring being able to go into the Book of Ioun.
Awesome. I would like to task Nenrin to find as much information as he possibly can on divine sparks that we can get a hold of.
Okay. While you have set
Also, like right behind that would be Tamara, and activating the chain that we have that is currently just a regular meteor hammer, and not a relic meteor hammer.
what? Sorry, could you repeat that last part?
Oh, finding any information on Tamara and anything that can help us activate
The hammer?
meteor hammer that
Okay.
is currently normal but needs to be a relic.
Okay.
We need magic things to fight stuff, so I haven't been using it in anything.
Aoife, are you in the Book of Ioun right now? Since you know you're like, all right, Nenrin, now you live here. Go find stuff for us to do.
Here's
Yeah.
we brought you down a little cot.
I can do the introductions and like get Henry going.
All right. Zol is delighted to have a. Apparently, like Zol's like, fuck it. They could be, He's like, no, we can always use more librarians here. I'll go get the brownies. Well, oh, by the way, and she takes out like a little tiny square. It's made out it's essentially a bird seed packet. Stuck together with suet.
I think it's
Suet.
suet. Yeah.
Suet. It's like, oh, I made something for your little friend.
Oh my god, so
Oh.
cute.
Thank you.
And when she takes one of her newly appendages and holds it up to bird friend, she kind of like pets bird friend top of bird friend's head. It's like, huh. Kind of like scritches around. How long has this bird been with you?
Off and on for a bit.
Please don't tell me that the bird is Tamara. I'm gonna fucking die.
No, I think
Okay.
no, Zol says, I think I've recognized the bird. Like, remember I said the bird seems familiar?
Yeah.
I think I recognize this bird now. So there was a group of adventurers, much like yourselves, that was here previously. Except that point, this bird was hanging around. I think a cleric, and there was this very, very rude tiefling. He was a wizard of Ayun, but he drank all the time.
Oh yeah, the
Always-
sentient rock.
always dog-eared my books. It was horrible. But I think this is the same bird. It seems to have the same markings, and they usually don't have the exact same markings. Huh?
I'm just slow blinking at my screen right now.
Interesting.
So that other group, it's been a very, very, very long time.
Oh yes, it's been very, very, very long.
So how could this bird be the same bird?
At that point, Zoe just like shrugs her shoulders. I don't know.
Wait, isn't Zol a flump?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, shrugs the tentacles.
Shrugs the noodles.
noodles. Ah. Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
No,
All right,
no,
Ro,
not the. You must be thinking of like tomorrow's group, like with like, what was his Crassus, and it wasn't him. It was a group not too long ago.
With a drunk tiefling?
With a drunk tiefling, yeah. There was a cleric. There's a drunk tiefling. There was a ranger with a mountain lion, pet.
Oh, this was probably what's her face? The person that retired and gave the belt to Rain.
Eagle
Mhm.
Eye.
You go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tiefling.
His name was Ixon. He used to last.
Oh, we've met Ixon,
Yeah,
haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. His name was Ixon, but he was Yeah, the bird was
Yes,
with the
oh my God.
cleric. I think her name was Lek. But yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's the same bird. If my memory serves correctly.
Lek runs the orphanage now. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's fun.
So Lek passed away. So Pip runs the orphanage now.
That's right.
That's-
That's right. Yep. Okay.
But
The Titans of Infamy, Saint of Melora, traveled with this adventuring band named Leknock. Half-elf might be alive.
But
But-
yeah. But yeah, same
Apparently not.
marking. So I need to test something. So she's gonna distract the bird. she says. She like goes to
Okay.
her deck desk. You distract a bird with the bird seed block. Hey, tweet, and like the bird's head like sticks up and looks around towards towards Soul, and it's like, yep, seems to be the same bird.
Very scientific.
That was what she called him. His name was Tweet. Very imaginative.
All right. I don't really know what to do with this information, if I'm being honest. I'm a little overwhelmed with just kind of like everything. Every 5 minutes is another like, universe altering revelation that I have to cope with. So I'm a little like.
I'm sorry, says Soul. Would you like a bubble tea?
No, I'm good. I need
Okay.
to go back to work. Technically, yeah, I also don't really know these people. I know Pip, but I don't really know the others too well. But I can ask the group about it, and then depending on, I don't know, timing, I guess, we might be able to see if we can't get Tweet over here to, someone they already knew.
Can't Tweet
Or-
talk now?
No, Tweet has not talked. It
Okay.
was just Bear
Okay.
Friend.
Their friend.
I just thought that Tweet also developed the ability to talk recently, and I couldn't remember.
No, Tweet's still just a bird. Kind of a
But-
young bird still.
Assuming that at no point I was fed the chunky healing potion,
Oh
we
god!
do have. We do have a healing potion we can give this bird and see if it's something else.
You're welcome to do that.
No. We could see if it wants to be something else.
I thought it was like your true nature or
Or-
something that came
yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd have to ask the bird if it wanted that. But I don't have speak with animals, so.
I can prepare that one.
Alright, that'll be a tomorrow project.
Yeah. Zoe's like continues to pet Tweet's head. Yeah. I'm surprised it's been alive for this long. If I remember my useless trivia. Zoe laughs to herself. House sparrows typically only live for 3 years.
Well, like, I've had a feeling something's been up with this bird. I just haven't been able to, figure out what it is. I haven't had the time to like delve into that too much.
Well, good luck. Is there anything you'd like me to try to look up while you were away on your excursions?
I'll give you the same list Nenrine has
Mhm.
regarding divine sparks, and actually, if you can focus more into this relic and how to awaken it, that'd be awesome.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. It is very pretty.
It's a super cool hammer. I can't really use it right now. And then if you can help Nenri, of course. He is currently being tasked with researching some divine spark stuff.
Mm.
You wouldn't happen to have any of those lying around, would you?
Nope, can't say I have. I'm sorry.
Shot.
All right, so they have their tasks.
Yep. I'll go share the news about Bird Friend.
We can't just have any normal animal, can we?
No.
I guess the only normal animal that we've ever seen is that horse that Melanie tried to climb into the ass of.
Oh yeah, the horse. The horse that was a horse.
Mm-hmm.
It was technically just a horse, but it did give the opportunity to someone to kidnap Shattuck.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Melanie. We'll never let you live it down.
Nope.
I'm sure Shattuck in the future is also probably like, "Hey, Mom, you remember that time?"
Yeah.
I bet
Remember
she
how
brings it up
suspicious
all
you
the
were of
time.
that horse?
Hmm.
Good times.
Good times.
Okay, so you guys have a very long list of tasks that you guys want to do.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, Tilda would need to know what we're doing tomorrow in order to figure out what she wants to do today.
I think we
Yeah.
should go to Algor first. Or do we
That-
want to go to the Feywild first? I really don't care.
What was the first thing you said? I missed it.
Algor.
Yeah, I'll go to Feywild first.
Algor's
So the thing.
probably a more extended, like, because there's the king, the giants, God knows what else.
I
True,
just
and
saw
like
the face.
when we go to the Feywild, I'm sure Nicnevin can limit it to how long we've been gone, just like last time. So
Also, we can teleport from one to the other, right? I mean, we don't have to come back to here in between. You can just teleport from the Feywild to Algor. Well, somewhere
no,
near
we have
Algor.
No.
we would have to plane shift. We have to plane shift to the
Oh.
Feywild and then plane shift back to the material plane. If we
Okay.
can pick where we show up, I don't know. But yeah. It's probably going to be more likely that we'll plane shift somewhere that we are familiar with.
Okay.
And then Zaitari will try to get us to Algor with a teleport.
Zaitari is the prettiest Uber.
Yes.
Because Algor is like a weird.
Did you just forget your portable hole taxi? Wow.
Well,
You sure you want to marry this one, Rain?
Wow.
What were you saying, Hemlock?
Oh, because of
Sorry.
Algor's situation, it's going to take probably a lot longer because it's going to be also establishing a lot of diplomatic footholds and ties, like from scratch.
Yeah, we'll just do a quick adventure in and out to the Feywild. Nothing eventful, you know.
Because the Feywild, we have a definitive list of what we need to do and where to go. The Algor, we have to like build relationships from the ground up, basically.
Yeah, I think that's good because yeah, I think we should do that.
On the
Because
flip
maybe somebody
side,
in the Feywild will have some insight also into the relic. You never know.
the only other thing I would say is that what we could also do is if we went to Algor first, and then there was anything that we needed to request that would take some time, like, hey, let's, who would you like to be a diplomat? Go figure this out. Or, hey, go get this thing for us. Cool, we'll be back in like 3 days. So it's, but we could also do literally the same thing in the Feywild. Like, there could also be things that we'd be like, all right, cool, we'll be back. I don't know.
I think the Feywild first is probably the best idea, actually.
That's fine.
Nice face. Tilda, I think you're the one with plane shift. Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I
And we
don't
have-
think I have it prepared today, but
Well,
yeah.
we'll all want a long rest before we try to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I have the tuning forks for where we need to go. So.
Do we want to scry on that big fella in the armor that clocked Melanie by surprise when
Big
she went up
fella.
to a door in a mine?
The god
Oh!
killer animation dude.
Yeah, that's right.
at this point it's on another continent. The only thing we'd be able to really easily do is scry, and then use ascending and tell them what we found. We can, but at this point it's really far away.
Yeah, it's kind of like a thing where if you have it prepared and could do the spell today, sure, but like,
I do
we
have
should-
scry
okay.
prepared today.
Well, yeah, might as well give it a shot.
Yeah.
I specifically did it. I specifically took it because I was like, "Oh, we're gonna do that today."
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then we got interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
It might as well.
Okay.
I will scry
On the guy.
on the guy.
All right,
Yep.
So
Okay, so after we fought that guy, and we were all wounded, I know that we had all hit him. Would I have, and I would have thought of this, but Lynn did not, but Mel would have. Was there any, like, blood or anything from us hitting him that I could have, like, scraped into something?
I think you need a more significant amount than that.
That's valid.
yeah.
Like, you probably would need, like, at least a vial. you
Oh,
know.
yeah, I wouldn't have had a vial worth of blood. Okay, that's fine.
This
There's
is
also
probably
a construct, I believe.
Hmm?
I believe it was a construct. I don't think it had blood.
I thought it was like a weird but alive creature. Was it a construct? The one thing we fought was definitely we fought several things that were constructs, but then I thought the actual
technically,
main
all right.
fucker.
I'm just gonna give you this. Technically, it was an aberration.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
It creates constructs, obviously.
Yeah. That.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was a living, bleeding thing. It's just that we didn't get a vial of blood out of that guy. That's fair.
Yeah. I'm just kind of imagining like the amount of thing that you need is like what they take from mages in Dragon Age.
Oh yeah, like a little phylactery.
Yeah.
So Tilda,
Yeah.
it would normally work.
Oh god.
By the way, saving modifier is, or saving DC is 20. But I'm guessing you're going to tell me it would normally have worked, but it didn't.
It does have legendary resistances.
Right.
All right. 3 more times.
I don't have the spell slots for that.
Yeah. All right. That's a problem we can't do right now. So.
I have 2 more spell slots that it could possibly that I could possibly recover, or that I could possibly use to. But then, you know, it's all out of legendary resistances, and I have no more spell slots.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the good
I think
news,
we're
though,
fine.
is that because scrying is a divination spell, I do get a 3rd level spell slot back. Woo!
Ray. I think it's
Does
long rest
anyone-
time then.
All right. So what are we doing the next day?
Feywild.
Feywild. Okay. In that case, I don't know. I guess I will be putting more spells into my book.
Did Rain? Did you use any of the stuff out of your ring?
Yeah, I have.
You did an armor of Agathis.
Yeah. So I have two levels worth that can be put in of things. Actually, I could. Yeah. So I have 2 healing words in there and silvery barbs. If there's any, utility type of things that people would want to put in, that's, always an option too. Or concentration. Oh, I think Tilda mentioned something last time, but it was too late. You had fairy fire?
Yeah, I have fairy fire.
That's a level 2 spell, right?
Level
Or
1.
Level 1.
Yeah, that might be a good one because I'm not often concentrating on anything. So, oh,
If
fairy
you-
fire is not even concentration, but a lot of times you guys have more important things to do.
But if you wanted fairy fire, I could give you fairy fire too. I also have protection from evil and good and absorb elements if you wanted a reaction to absorb some stuff.
I would definitely take fairy fire. Maybe protection from good and evil because usually I can have damage on most things. Not always, but protection from good and evil might be a good utility, I think.
Okay, I don't have fairy fire. What's the word I'm looking for? Prepared.
Prepared.
Yeah, prepared today. So, I'm sorry.
I always have fairy fire prepared because I'm not going to go through the effort of re-preparing first level druid spells every time. So if you wanted fairy fire today, I could give it to you.
Yeah, let's put it in. Put it in the ring.
You got it.
Fairy fire right there.
And it just keeps your DC, right?
Yeah.
When you use the spell storing ring, it uses the
Correct.
DC if you ever cast it. Okay.
Yeah, what is a druid? So it's gonna be a +5, huh?
Yeah,
So
it's plus
it's gonna
5.
be whatever.
It's my key
Yeah.
save DC, which I think is like 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a DC 19 for fairy fire.
That's not bad.
And one. Alright. So.
Okay.
I think the only other thing was doing preparing to speak with animals tomorrow so that we could ask Bird Friend if it wants to eat the chunky healing potion.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and prepare that, and I'm not going to change it on my sheet, but I will unprepare detect poison and disease for that bad boy.
Okay.
Just ask bird friend like first thing in the morning.
Do you
Mhm.
want to do the bird friend question? Like, do your long rest and do the bird friend question now, and I guess that's where we can end it. And if you want to feed it the potion or not.
I cannot go to sleep without knowing this.
We can do it real quick.
Okay. Alright, in the morning.
Things Dara didn't prepare for today.
In the morning, you ask bird friend, what's the question you want to ask bird friend?
Would you be interested in consuming a potion that we think might help you?
Food? Good food?
Sort of food.
Like food.
Is that a yes?
Sounds like a yes to me.
Doesn't sound like a yes to me.
You gotta
But-
realize,
This is a bird.
this is a bird.
Yeah, I can talk to it. It still has an intelligence of 1.
Exactly,
kind
it
of-
can't consent to this.
It's up
Yeah.
to you guys.
I wanted to eat the potion so bad.
That potion It's such a fun trump card I got in my hands. I don't know.
No, I feel like
Bird might
bird
just stay a
friend.
bird.
I feel like bird friend's just a familiar.
Probably, yeah.
A familiar who got stranded here.
You could always ask.
Yeah, I'll ask him. It's like, were you hatched or were you created?
Bird um was baby
Bird.
once?
Okay.
Now
Are you
Big Bird?
magical? Special powers.
What?
Special powers. Magic. And I druid craft just like a little flower or something.
No?
Magic like that? No?
No.
Just bird?
Just bird.
Just bird.
Bird, just bird.
Do you know Pip?
Oh! No, Pip. Pip gives best seeds.
Would you like to go visit Pip?
Mm. If see Pip gives seeds.
Alright guys, bird friend likes Pip.
Well,
That's the only like affirmative answer I've gotten.
well, next time we're in that area, we could take bird friend there and maybe reunite some old friends.
Can you ask Bird Friend if it wants to remain a bird or potentially be something else?
Do you like being a bird?
That's a very existential question.
I
for
know,
Bird
because
to
it's just
realize.
like it's like asking your cat, "Hey, do you like being a cat?"
Some cats could answer that.
I'm gonna say that both of
Boy.
my one cat would enthusiastically say yes. The other cat would say, "I'm not large enough. Make me bigger so I can do more damage."
Yeah, I feel like Ketchup would have no idea how to answer that question. Brain so full
you-
of fluff.
Would you ever like to try being something other than a bird?
Don't know.
I have a
Fair.
question really fast. Okay, so hold on. What is the highest intelligence score of any beast with a CR of also whatever a bird might be?
Like a
It's
1
gonna be it's probably a giant eagle.
No,
giant
a
eagle.
Oh, no,
giant
no, no.
eagle is not 1/8 CR.
Yeah, no, because it would have to be whatever
Oh
the
yeah,
bird
that's
is.
right.
Yeah, there's not anything that's got a higher intelligence score than this bird that we could turn it
Let's-
into. It's fine.
Let's take a look at the CR zeros.
Yeah.
A bat,
Yeah. I don't know.
intelligence of 2. Raven, intelligence of 2. Scorpion, intelligence of 1. Oh,
Mm.
an octopus, intelligence of 3. Everything has a -4 intelligence.
Yeah, it's not going up. Okay.
Okay. While we're going and doing some really dangerous stuff, do you want to stay in the library where you get all the good seed bricks?
Like food. Food good.
Okay. You'll stay in the library.
Real quick question. Are we ending soon? Or
Mm.
are we
Yeah.
doing more?
We're
This is,
probably
like, the last
ending
thing.
soon because you guys sound
Okay.
like you want to go to the Feywild. I need to prep for that.
Okay, that's fine. I just need to know. Because I need to pee.
Yeah.
But if we're ending in the next 5 minutes, I can hold it.
All right. Yang, it was a very productive conversation with this bird. I'm just gonna take the bird back into the library.
Okay.
I think it was a very worthwhile con.
I think this is just a bird.
It probably is just a bird, and we can
Weird
ask
though.
Pip
Just throwing
about
that
it.
out there.
We can ask Pip about it.
There's nothing normal about our lives. We should not be surprised that there's like a weird bird that's still just a bird.
No,
That's valid.
no, I'm not. I mean, I'm not surprised at all. But we, like I said, we pretty much just can't find any normal animals except for the horse that Melanie wanted to climb into the ass of.
Again, I didn't want to climb in the ass. I thought maybe a gnome had climbed in the ass, then was going to climb out and assassinate us. completely different. I wanted you
Hmm.
to check the butthole to see if there was gnome inside. Again, I wasn't going to get in the horse's butt. Just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm.
I was not going to insert myself into the butt of the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Checking for magical traps in the horse's ass.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
one
I'm
of the
pretty
songs
sure
I-
that
Gotcha.
one-footed duck that we have running around here somewhere is a normal animal.
Oh no, it has 2 feet.
I mean, we're
now.
not
One of
sure.
them's just metal.
Good point. Oh my god, I actually just thought of the fact, like, you know how cute that sound is when little ducks are running across the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like that, but like weird, because it'd be like thump, 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 thump. Like,
Yes. Except faster.
yes.
Yeah.
I can't do it that fast though.
I know. Okay.
All right. Next week is the 3rd. I assume we are good for that.
I'll be here.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. All right. I will see you guys next week then.
Awesome.
Okie doke.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Thanks for the game.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for the game.